Hi guys, welcome back to GreyWolf TV. We are continuing with the X-Files onto episode 6 of season 4. Episode 5 for me was a real low point, just for the one episode, that's all. You probably have watched it by now, as I'm recording this, so what I can do is apologise for my terrible review and how much I didn't enjoy the episode, but that's just me personally. So we're going to move on. Let's just go watch episode 6.
I'm going to give you a tranquilizer now, and then right before the operation, the doctor will give you injections of saline and anesthetic. And all you have to worry about...
What else am I scheduled for?
You've got a scalp reduction and a blepharoplasty following.
Are they prepped?
No. Would you like
Get
me
them
to...
ready, please.
Oh, one pair of hands. What? Jesus, dude. Relax. Okay. You need to calm down the scrubbing a little bit there. You're going to go wrong. What, is this guy on something or what? Ew. Gross. Dude. Got one paper. Oh my god, he's started up. He's hacking away at him. Holy shit. Fuck.
Dr. Lloyd!
I think this patient is finished.
Dr. Lloyd, are you currently taking any kind of medication?
So he wasn't even
The
aware he was
occasional
doing it.
sleeping pill and prescription antacid for my stomach.
I've heard of it.
It's popular because it works directly on the central nervous system and it isn't stored in body tissue past its intended use. You know, that's more than a pill a day.
An addiction, in other words.
An addiction which very well could have altered his ability to do his job. Cosmetic surgery is the boom industry of the medical world, and ASU wards like this are a gold mine.
These 5 marks on
Yeah.
a brand new state-of-the-art floor.
Oh, they look like they were made by the coasters from an OR table, or...
What are you doing?
The shape of a pentagram.
Oh no. Oh my god.
I wasn't in the OR at the time, and it's difficult for me in my position.
Are you aware that Dr. Lloyd is claiming he was possessed during the incident?
I guess it's cheaper than malpractice insurance.
Oh. That's quite interesting because obviously she's still working here. She's still a nurse, so she can't say too much or she could lose her job and career. But that's a fair point. Cheaper than a malpractice insurance. So this could either be real or have been staged to make it look like it's some sort of demonic possession or witchcraft or whatever it is you want to call it. But that beggars the question, why?
Give him 500 cc's of Ringer's wide open before he goes to recovery. I need you to keep up with me here.
Right away, Dr. Shannon.
The appearance here of any dissembling or impropriety will only deepen the FBI's probe on top of Dr. Lloyd's
Yeah,
insurance.
this is the hospital.
We haven't done anything wrong, Dr. Alexa.
No, you're just robbing people
Any
blind.
credence or credibility to Dr. Lloyd's story, they're gonna burn us at the stake.
What I'm saying is, obviously, I thought that was like the committee or the board for the hospital, but I don't think it is. I think it's all other surgeons and doctors. They're all obviously in on something. I don't think it's that, it's unlikely it's all to do with that because he just went crazy town. But he's saying, oh, then they'll look into our books again and why this cost £4,000, dollars, whatever. You're robbing people blind. And you're on a scam, obviously. And this has just alerted the FBI to the hospital, which they don't want.
I can't feel my feet. Think about your pupils.
What the shit are you doing? Okay, I'm taking all of that back. Right now. It's her.
Video of the operation shows that the 5 marks delineating the pentagram were in evidence prior to the patient's death.
Should have put there before the surgery started.
My God, Mulder, he basically stabbed the man to death in his sleep.
Yeah,
Which
he
only
did.
underscores the strangeness. A sane man acting under his own volition could never perform such an act. Maybe there is. What was that prescription that Dr. Lloyd was taking?
The sleeping pills? An antispasmodic whose active ingredients include belladonna alkaloids.
Belladonna. It's also known as
Belladonna.
witch's berry. That's an herb used in hexing rituals.
Yes, it is.
Mulder, do you know how many pharmaceuticals listed in the PDR contain belladonna?
Yeah, just one. The one that Dr. Lloyd was taking.
The nurse is responsible for all of this and putting down the pentagram and somehow responsible for what that doctor did, putting him in some sort of demonic state or whatever. I wonder if it's because she doesn't agree with all of this and she thinks everyone is being, you know, incredibly vain, and she doesn't agree with cosmetic surgery, and maybe this is her way of trying to, I don't know, stop it.
We're gonna get through this, Eric. All we
Help
have
them
to do
all.
is keep our heads on
All the
straight.
doctors. It's going to carry on happening, isn't it?
Is there anything you need, Dr. Lacqua?
Well, thank you.
It's happening again. Look at him. He is like he's zoned out, like he's not there.
Dr. Lacqua! Open this door!
He's burning her face off. He's gone right through. It went in here. It's come out here. Fucking hell.
May I?
She is using that. I think they're all on this drug. She put the 5 leeches on her
The
chest
orientation of the points describes a pentagram again. See?
for the pentagram. Yeah.
Well, I found something too.
Can't compromise our position on this.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Stop. 2 preoperative deaths in a matter of, what, a day or 2 days. This surgery, hospital, whatever you want to call it, would be shut down at this point. Surely they have enough to go, 2 people have died from 2 different doctors performing surgery in the space of less than a day or 2. You're done until we investigate and figure out exactly what's going on here.
There were several deaths at this hospital here in the ASU, and like the recent deaths, they were all ruled accidental.
Were any
Crap.
of you here at the time?
A few of us, yes, but she was
Yeah.
on the ward during those incidents.
And she's still here now.
6 weeks ago, she transferred back here to the ASU.
Probable cause.
I was just going to say, there's a broom there. Although when you find all that shit, it might look a bit more plausible. Definitely a doctor driving a Jag. I have no idea what that says. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Told you. People always fall for it. Oh. Did he clock her one? I think he did.
They don't understand. You have to tell them.
No.
Tell them.
I need to speak to her.
Mulder, don't.
I tried to stop it, but it's too powerful. Someone has to stop.
Get the paramedics over here.
Oh my God.
now.
Watch it.
She's dead.
She swallowed stray pins and is bleeding internally.
I think she's the goner. Okay. We may have all this backwards. With her comment. I was trying to stop it, but it's too late and it's too powerful. So who the frick is responsible then? Maybe what she was doing, the spells that she was casting with the pentagram, was trying to ward it off. Which is why she was making sure it was close to the patient or on the patient. And it's somebody else who's doing this. Okay. See what happens next.
Mulder.
I came by to see if you were okay.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
You have any idea why she might have attacked you?
Well, I'm the one who voiced suspicion about her.
That's what it
You're
means.
saying she's who's responsible for Dr. Lloyd and Dr.
No,
Lacqua, that
maybe not.
witchcraft caused them to kill those patients?
I think a lot remains to be proven.
I don't think it's him. I don't think he's anything to do with it. I think he's as baffled as we are. Wait a minute. Well, that's a neat trick. Okay, take it back. Might be him. It's...
She swallowed.
She would have died long before she yacked them up on the driveway.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, she didn't ingest them at all, which would fit with a phenomenon called allotriophagy.
Mulder, I won't refute that this woman may have been practicing the occult, but what comes out must first go in.
Well, according to this book, people throughout history have coughed up all kinds of things, from cue balls to butcher's knives, without any explanation.
I know some of that has been documented.
Where'd you get this from?
Rebecca Waite's house. Now, July 31st
Okay.
is also marked with a pentagram. This coincides with Lammas, another one of the witch's Sabbaths.
Yeah.
Which made her attack Dr. Franklin.
I think she knew something about him.
Oh, she
I think
does.
we should find out what that is before he goes back to work.
Yes, you should.
Are you all right, Jack?
Yeah, I just didn't get much sleep last night.
No, of course you didn't.
Be fine.
Too late. And again, he's not aware he's done it. I said that was going to be
Practice has been
disgusting.
affiliated with Greenwood for 13 years.
Okay, come on now. How are you still operating and have not been shut down? Come on, this is going a little bit too far now. That is too many deaths for you to just keep booking people in and putting them under.
Do you understand what that means?
It means that while doctors in other fields have seen their earnings fall because of mental
Yours have
health
gone.
care, you've all managed to become wealthy.
We feel a need that any of us could be capable of such gross negligence. It was inconceivable.
There were 5 deaths?
Yes, 4 patients. The 5th was a colleague of ours who, for all intents and purposes, worked himself to death.
Do you have a file on him?
Probably in the computer.
Great, I'm gonna need that and the files on those patient deaths 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
My Mulder, what are you thinking?
Dr. Clifford Cox, birthday July 7th, 1939. Okay.
I wonder if Dr. Cox isn't dead. And because of the field that they're in, he has surgically altered his face to be this other guy who we're watching, the one who is flowing. It's not completely beyond the realms of possibility, right?
Take me a few seconds to load up the software.
I know where Mulder's going with this.
Like the recent victims, their birth dates all match the witch's Sabbaths, except Dr. Cox.
But Cox was a doctor. Nothing about his death matches up except it's coincidence.
The computer runs a program based upon a matrix of relative proportions.
Now, can you move the eyes further apart and strengthen the forehead?
That is beyond our surgical capabilities.
I know.
Understand? It looks like Jack Franklin.
Yes, it does. Where are you stabbing that? I think he may be the one that's possessed.
Where else do you think you could be? Are you thinking, Mulder, that Dr. Cox murdered these patients 10 years ago and then
Yes.
became Dr. Franklin?
No, Scully, I think he murdered those patients so that he could become Dr. Franklin.
Yes. I'm just trying to piece this together still. Yeah. Okay.
I hope those instruments were properly sterilized.
Question now is, are you going to stop him? Time to move. She's next.
What did you swallow?
You really need not to. He needs her next. The sound effects that they've put in this are disgusting.
They said she was brought here in an emergency. Don't let them operate on her.
No.
Hold them off until you hear from me.
Where are you going?
Find Dr. Franklin.
Whoever that person is, get her out of here now.
I'm Special Agent Dana Scully. I'm an FBI agent.
Get out of here now!
Listen
No.
to me. I'm a doctor.
Oh my god. Is that him? Oh my god, it's a fucking bloodbath.
Suspicious birthday.
4 Sabbaths here. I've got a horrible feeling this dude is going to have a new face and just vanish again.
I've been reviewing your patient portfolio.
Your work is among the most impressive I've ever seen.
I like to say, whoever God didn't get around to creating in his own image, it's our job to recreate in ours.
No, it is not. Okay, episode 6, right on the back of episode 5, which I really didn't enjoy at all, on personal reasons. But that had me guessing, that had me confused, and disgusted. That episode earlier in this season called Home, with the deformed, with the incest and all that stuff, inbreeding, apparently is well known and widely regarded as one of the most controversial episodes of the X-Files, also because of its brutality and goriness. I found that much more gory. I don't know why, I just did, because you've got to hand, I said it in commentary, you have to hand in a surgical room all the tools to completely eviscerate, deform, scar, burn, and cut up a human being, and with precision. That was really good, and it had me confused, because I thought it was the nurse, and it just shows when you've only got part of the story, when you've only got part of the details, how wrong you can be. I thought this was all down to her hating people for their vanity, and then it expanded completely out on it, like almost halfway through the episode, before we find out there's a connection that Mulder's found with the days of the Sabbath and the dates of the patients that were being mutilated. And then we find out that one of the doctors isn't the doctor he appears to be. That was elegantly put together. That was so good. And unusually, normally in any of these episodes, unless it's like a two-parter, we get kind of like an epilogue sort of Mulder and Scully on screen at the end, and we didn't get that. We just got them going, where is he? And then the next minute he's interviewing for a new post somewhere else, and that's it, he's gone. So we don't get to know just exactly how the hell he did it, what he became. Obviously has a certain amount of power because he threw her against the room and he was able to make people have what appeared to have been ingested, all that stuff, or pins and God knows what else to cause internal bleeding. All for vanity. That was really good. I really enjoyed it. I don't really need to say any more than that. The case was solved, but unresolved, because he walked away. Post down in the comments for me, guys, what you thought of this episode. I thought it was actually really good. The sound effects that they put in this episode were gory and quite specific for each one, especially the one with the woman who got her face destroyed by acid and you could hear it all melting. That was horrible. I don't know how they did that. I don't know what sound effect they used. Obviously it wasn't what it appeared to be, but still. Right, we'll be back for episode 7 next. If you want to watch this in full length, of course, I'm sure you already know by now, you can just check the link in the description and that will take you over to Patreon, where you can watch the full length episode. And if you're not already subscribed, by all means hit the sub button. I would very much appreciate it. We'll be back with another X-Files in 2 or 3 days time, which will be episode 7. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. It was a little bit gory, but it was a really good case. See you for the next one. Take care.